another One Piece chapter review. Let's get it. Let's go. Today, I got two homies of the channel. You guys introduce yourself, where you can find you on social media. Jake, you go first. It's been a minute. What's going on?
All right. Hey, I'm happy to be back, man. I miss you. I talk to you basically every day. But,
sure.
you know, I miss seeing your face. I'm Jake Demansky. I'm from a comedy podcast called The Buttery Males. You can find us on anywhere you get your podcasts, and follow us on Instagram and Twitter at The Buttery Males Pod. Thanks for having me, man.
Thanks for coming on, Jake. Thanks for coming
Of course.
on. Emmanuel, where can we find you at now?
Hi there, guys. My name's Emmanuel. You can find me on TikTok right now at ProAdemeter. And basically, I do everything, but more about relationship stuff. But we're here to talk about One Piece. Let's talk about anime and One Piece. So let's keep the vibe up. Let's have a good time. So yeah.
Okay, for sure. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, turn notification on for all educational content, and let us know when you're done with this. What did you rate chapter 1055? So before we even get to the chapter, let's talk about the cover story. We got One Piece Film Red. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not crazy super interested in Film Red, but I do like the cover. You know, Shanks apparently is a deadbeat, and we got another deadbeat father that's leaving. So I mean, what do you guys think about the cover?
Wait, hold up. You're not interested in the film Red?
I am, but
not as much.
I thought this was gonna be. They teased us. They used Shanks as the cover, but then it's it's a musical about your daughter that we didn't even know existed.
You're right. You know that they lured us in with Shanks, and then what? Did we get his daughter? I never heard about. Who the fuck cares about that?
It's definitely not canon.
I know the production's gonna be really good though.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be good production. I know it's gonna be lit. Do you guys have any? What about Mayo? Are you looking forward to it?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm looking forward to the movie. The cover page, like you said, it wasn't too interesting, but I'm looking forward to the movie. And I remember watching the trailer, and I really like the singer, the voice actor of Walty is her name. I butchered that, but it looked really good. I love the singing, so I'm looking forward to it.
So my man Shanks was out here helping everybody else's kids, but just forgot about his.
Hey. Maybe he thought his daughter's voice was annoying or something, and he was like, "I gotta leave. I gotta go." I do want to ask you guys: have you ever seen a One Piece movie when it's premiered in theaters?
No, I haven't. I have not.
I saw Stampede in theaters when it came out here in the US. It's a vibe, dude. People go fucking nuts. It's so much fun. So I'm looking forward to that because I love that experience.
It's great. Fun. Being a One Piece fan is I picked up One Piece basically start pandemic. So it's gonna be dope to see everybody come out whenever it comes out to the States. I'll probably assume next year, I guess, or whenever. I mean, I'll probably still even if I pirate it, I would still probably go watch it in the theaters just to get that experience.
It's really fun. So I was literally for fun throwing my popcorn everywhere when people were freaking out, and nobody gave a shit.
That was you. Oh,
sorry, man. Sorry.
Yeah, man. So that's our quick Film Red take. So now to the chapter 1055, New Age. So we start off with this chapter with Green Bull, and I just had a brain fart. Green Bull and
Momonosuke.
Yes. Thank you. Brain fart. Impressions. What do we take away from this epic clash? I think it's gonna look a lot better animated, but what do you guys are taking away from this?
I'm gonna let Emmanuel go first here. I want to hear this.
Yeah. I don't know why. Ever since Green Bull has been introduced, I don't know. He's just too awesome. Everything about him, his ability. It's just cool. Maybe I'm just a sucker for plant fruits, but it's just sick. But in general, it was cool as well. People are trying to use fire attacks. Sometimes devil fruits have their counter attacks. So maybe he'd be weak to Ace. Well, he just showed that, what? But I say Ace Sabo, but you know what? But you know what? He's an admiral. He's resistant to fire. Yeah. But guess who comes in with the Burrow Breath to absolutely, annihilate him? But it was sick, yeah. So shout out to Momonosuke.
I heard theories that Momonosuke, this thing it will go into the lava and apparently take Kaido's fruit. I've seen theories and stuff like that. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. I would be cool for that. But yeah, this fight, is mad dope. That's just the start of the chapter. Jake, what is your impression the last few chapters leading into this fight, and what is it doing for Momonosuke's character development? Because we've seen him going from like, I mean, really, he's mentally still probably like 12.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. Is like he's a man, and like kind of the last time you see Momonosuke before this, he's like a man, and they're talking about how he's like as strong as Odin because he has this DNA. Not as strong, but he's tough because he's Odin's son.
Right.
And you see him like throughout this whole chapter still being Momonosuke, just like crying while he's doing all this stuff, but he's trying to do it, and eventually he kind of does. But yeah, it's just like I don't know. Like you said, I really like this Ryokugyu guy a lot. I like admirals a lot. I just think they're super cool. But I don't know. I think oh God, I don't know.
Just say it.
I think, well, I don't know. I think Momonosuke.
Say it.
I don't know if he could have done this by himself. Is my whole thing.
I just say the Scabbers went toe to toe with Kaido at one point. It was a flashback, I think 20 years ago, but they did go toe to toe and they didn't get annihilated. So they collectively they are a decently strong group. Like,
there's no doubt. Like there's parallels here to like Dressrosa, which I love because it's like as soon as they finish up this arc, there's an admiral waiting for them, which I love that. I love that so much. But like, and maybe if we would have seen the fight go long, like maybe they could have done something. But it kind of felt like, you know, he was about to get the best of that.
Like, and then at this point, you know, before we'll get that, but like, I do like Green Bull and his.
I love him. I think he's so cool.
For me, it's kind of like, why open this can of beans when we find out later in this chapter, you know, what's finna happen. I guess to show off this new admiral that's going to be in this final stretch. But I don't know. So that's my opinion. So now we're getting into the Pluton things. And Manuel, you could take this away because I know you were loving it. How do you feel about all this Pluton lore and this exposition and all that stuff like that? And finding out about Wano.
You know what? It's a gold mine for, you know, theorists. Like, first of all, what is Pluton? There's so many different theories. Some of us thought Zunisha was Pluton. Some of us still think the sun is Pluton. There's so many different theories. And now a new thing surfaced. Pluton's hidden somewhere in Wano or something. And then I just had this feeling that, you know how Big Mom and Kaido was sent plummeting through Wano all the way to the bottom by any chance? Because like they're Yonkos. To some extent, I feel like half of us in the community at least believe they're still alive, or they're still, you know, they survived. They're the most durable characters in the story. So maybe they survived. Maybe they.
Me and Jake talked about this like I think maybe 10 chapters ago, like 10 to 15 maybe. They kind of have to die though. Like if they're still alive. If they're still alive, they are a major problem for the story. Like
I won't say they're dead right now though, because like I feel like Oda would give them like some sort of proper send off in the story. Right now, it just kind of feels like we're gonna come back to that in a way.
Because like even if they're not a threat to Luffy, like I'm not even like trying to like get into the power ceiling, but like Luffy kind of had to go all balls to the walls to defeat Kaido, and when I feel like honestly. I feel like that fight should have been longer. Personally, I would like to see it longer. I would like to see even more Kaido flashback. I do feel like Oda is not getting the pressure to wrap it up, but I do feel like he was getting tired of one himself, just like we were trying to move the story forward. But yeah, like even if Luffy can defeat them, like there's still a problem for all the other pirates. They still are a problem for the new Yonkos. Like there's still a big problem. The military can't capture them. They don't have enough forces to even deal with Sabo back in the Grand Line, like the Grand Line and stuff like that. So like
Mary Jo or
Mary Joyce, So like are they just finna like they're not just gonna stop being pirates? So it's like what do we do with them? I'm really interested to see how that would happen for them. But my bad to go on a tangent. Back to the Pluton.
No, I like Emmanuel's take that I didn't even think about that. You know, when we go down underground, you know, what's his name? It's Odin's dad. It's Sakayaki.
Yes.
Yeah. When he's showing them, you know, this is old Wano and further down is Pluton. I didn't even think about that. You know, I'm not deep in like the community anymore of One Piece. Not for any reason in particular. I'm just kind of like living my life. But like, that is such an amazing point, honestly, because I'm like, oh shit, they just got sent down. Where's Pluton? Down. Holy shit, they might run into Pluton. They might unleash this thing. You know, like Oden is full of surprises. That is actually a really great point to make. And another thing I was thinking about was the way that they talked about, you know, and we're going off the scan translation, so who knows if this is entirely accurate, but sometimes like Odin writes in like metaphors or like just very poetic in general, where he's speaking like he has Sukiyaki talking about Pluton in general, and he's saying that the ancient weapon is sleeping, you know, under here, and that removal of Wano's walls would set loose the ancient weapon. And even Robin, she asked back, she's like, if the walls come down, it unleashes Pluton. So it's like, is Pluton a living thing, or is it like actually you know, a weapon that's inanimate? Like, who knows? It's so much is left up in the air through translation alone. And I want to know, like, is it an actual weapon, or is it some sort of creature? You know, what's down there? But it's very interesting. Yeah.
Right. And then we get the poneglyph. The poneglyph.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that? What do you think about this?
Robin coming in clutch. But it's interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like, what's Law doing? What's Law doing? He seems I'm still suspicious of Law.
Me too.
What's he doing? What's he doing capturing? Is he gonna steal Robin away? I know. I'm trying to think.
I don't think Law has nothing up to sleep.
I thought about that too, actually. Like the fact that he pops up with them, and there's like a comment about how, you know, he sniffed them out, did make me think like later on in the story there might be but I don't know if it's right now or not, but I thought about that. I was like, maybe Law will do a betrayal. You know, I don't think he's going to fully betray them. I think there is going to be like a slight turn though, and I think that he's going to like later reflect whatever that turn is. I think he is going to reflect on the fact that Luffy has been so solid for him, like when he's needed him to be. And I think he's going to come around eventually, but you're right to question what Law is doing there. It did make me think when he pops up, I'm like, yeah, what is going on? They are pirates, you know, and they are working in their best interest.
And I do think about the panel back in Punk Hazard when they started this alliance, and you know how Robin was like, let's not just overthink this, because alliances have always like had their problems and they always break. So
yeah, and Law in a way has warned Luffy, like, hey, don't trust me, man. Like you know, so it's really interesting in that way. I do want to talk about that scene though really quick. A really funny kind of thing that like Oda does that is just so good in his writing is when they notice like the light coming in as they're walking down. And they're like, what's that? And like, you know, Odin's dad explains like, oh, that's like a glass block. You can see like old Wano. And Robin has to like crawl up to the block, and like Law is just like, boop, use shambles, and he like pops up next to her, and she's like, that's no fair.
Right.
So good.
For sure. No, but is there anything from this section before I think we transition to the last part of this?
I got nothing. I mean, like, until Robin kind of comes forth and interprets like what it really says, like I have nothing on it, you know.
Okay. What about you, Emmanuel?
No, I'm with Jake here, so like exactly the same. So yeah.
Okay, let's transition to the last part of this chapter. So Green Bull is fighting the Scabbards. We got shits going down. Honestly, Green Bull might have took the dub. We don't know. Yeah, I mean, but Momonosuke, his fighting ability was like really going to another level. Do you feel like Momonosuke could have Haki or Conqueror's Haki? I could see that.
Maybe in a couple years.
Yeah, I think eventually. But I wasn't seeing any of it now, or not even. Yeah.
I mean, because even Sagi doesn't have Conqueror's Haki, I think, right now. So I mean, I know Oda wouldn't just give it to Momonosuke without, you know, powering up his, you know, the whole big trio or whatever. But we did find out Yamato does in the last chapter, and I thought that was super fucking cool.
Oh yeah.
So now Green Bull's fighting, going, and basically my man just has a full aneurysm breakdown because Shanks is not even nowhere near their island, and he just feels his Haki. What do you guys rap? When I read that, I was like, bro.
Yo, Jake, take this away.
It's fucking insane because like that, I don't think we've seen that ever. Like we've never seen
never.
Like it really kind of like going back to like when Kaido is fighting Luffy, like, and all of them on the rooftops, and he's imagining, Shanks, he's imagining all these other people with this like ability to use their Conqueror's Haki, coating their like fists or however they attack. We're like, oh shit, Luffy is like maybe at the pinnacle of Haki here now. No, like Shanks is
still
doing
levels.
Some other shit with Haki that like the lightning is shooting from off in the waters of Wano. He's nowhere near them. He's just like standing at the edge of his boat, just like, yeah, I'm watching you. Don't you dare do a thing.
Yeah, he's
it's fucking
I
wild.
I don't even think he's near Wano because I think he's going to win his territory because Bartolomeo destroy his flag, and he was like, we got some shit to handle. So I don't think
I thought he was in Wano because of the weird I those think, pillars or whatever. I don't know.
I think they were sailing towards it. They stopped CP9 ships because they didn't want them to infiltrate what Luffy and them. Or at least what I got from what Luffy and the new the alliance were doing. Then they were talking about how there's a time to meet them yet because Usopp's dad, Yasop, and some of the other crew members. And he was like, no, not yet. We still have other shit to do. And I think they're sailing towards their other territories because their flag got burned down. They're like, look, we're still pirates. We got to go handle this. We can't be looking weak right now.
I do want to ask real quick, though. Did it, this is how I read this, was like that the Conqueror's Haki was literally like, it wasn't just halting Ryokugyu. It was like kind of buzzing him a little bit, right? Like there was a onomatopoeia, like lightning bolt kind of running through him slightly. Like not that he was getting struck by it, but he was feeling it so much that it like was kind of like, oh fuck, Shanks could press this further, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, Shanks is just on a different level. Like you said, he did it. How many meters away? He was not even on the island.
Yeah, and remember, think about their position on the island. They're like in the middle of the island. They're not even like on what's left of Onigashima. They're like literally in like the land. Like they're probably in the middle of the island.
Yeah, right.
Like, and we also think about again, there are waters and hella oceans, and remember how when they've gotten to Wano, like it takes a lot. It's like it's like a steep ocean hill type of ascend into Wano, so it's crazy. Also, I just have to really point this out. Oda has made Shanks look really great every interaction.
Exactly.
From Whitebeard, from pulling up to Marineford to this scene. Like these are three really, and I know it's like 20 years in between each scene, but they have all been great scenes. What do you think of that?
Can I add on to that? Like, as we're discussing this, like for anyone who questions why the entire Marine decided to stop a war because Shanks rolled up. This is why. His Conqueror's Haki can travel meters across an entire island.
Yeah.
And I mean, to be honest, this could be speculation, but I feel like Kaido wasn't trying to duel with him when on the way to Marineford, because he was like, because remember, Kaido apparently was supposed to swoop in or something of that magnitude, because he said he had interaction with Kaido on the way there.
Yeah.
And Kaido, he didn't look like he was messed up on the way there. And
I think it was like, so Kaido wanted to go to that war with, where Whitebeard was versus the whole fucking Marine HQ or whatever. And I think it was like Kaido, I'm not even going to say he's like, I would have been defeated. I think he would have just been like, we would have went through everything we had to stop Shanks. And then then what? Then I have to go fight the Marines too and Whitebeard? Like, no chance am I doing that. Like, I think, I don't know who would beat who, but I do know that it would have been a hell of a fight for Kaido to put up against Shanks. And he knows that. And he's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not gonna do that. If I have to fight a whole nother war after this, it's not worth it. I'm not losing my commanders to Shanks just to go fight everyone alone. But I don't know. It's like a weird thing because Kaido is also self-destructive in a way where, you see him throwing himself off you know, Sky Island and
my man
who knows, but
my man is definitely taking antidepressant pills. You know,
yeah, man.
You got a lot going on.
He's a sad boy. Kaido's the ultimate sad boy.
I was gonna say, I know people are like gonna crap on Green Bull and make fun of him, but like, my man still like one shot at a healthy king and queen when he pulled up to the island. That's no small feat. Like Green Bull is mad strong, but I do think this shows that there are levels between it because everybody's like, oh, Yonko versus Admiral, maybe it's closer than what it is, and Shanks was like, no, like
right,
no, there's a difference.
There's a difference.
But Green Bull has balls because he did pull up and he was like, I'm just gonna try and take Luffy and all of them at this point.
And
but honestly,
Green Bull also pointed to like that too again because he was like, we would never have came here if Kaido like was still like the show, like I guess in charge, the death shogun or whatever you want to say he is of that land.
I love that he mentions like Kaido was a deterrent for like other predators. It's like this is an evil, but Kaido was like blocking out other evils. Who's to say who's worse? But I do like that, you know. Here's a thought I had is like Green Bull is like, I'll leave once I get Straw Hat's head. Like, you're not where Luffy's at right now. Like, I don't believe he could even touch Luffy or his crew. Like, you have to deal with Luffy and Zoro and Sanji and all. No fucking way. Like,
Jinbei, Yamato.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Don't forget
yeah. I just don't think so, man. I just like turn around and go home. Like, you know, the Marines are spread thin and it goes to show. Like,
I kind of was out here taking all types of ibuprofen for them headaches he got going on with this, man. Like, I kind of going through it. I don't have anything else to add to this YouTube before we get some closing. I got some closing questions unless you got something. And then it was cool. It's cool seeing Luffy and the gang at the banquet, and he's like, "Oh, I feel that presence." That was cool. That was a wholesome moment.
Yeah, it's kind of like he knew what happened because he's like so in tune with hockey now. Like he's like, I that was Shanks. Like I get what's going on, but I do just like Oda. Like once again, this is going off the scan translation, so who knows if this was the exact line. But it's like Shanks has a really epic line. He's like, I won't call you Marines cowardly or underhanded for this, but wouldn't you agree it's bad form to go after these worn out saplings when they're exhausted from making pirate history? Does the New Age frighten you that much? That's epic. That's an epic speech, first off. Second off, Oda just being like, yeah, I'm going to put in the word saplings here because, you know, Ryokugyu is like a tree guy. Like, that is fucking great.
Nice pun on word. Exactly. That's a thumbnail of this episode, too, that line. So good. The one that's in color. I found it, put it in color.
Nice.
So, yeah. What about you, Emmanuel? You got anything from the last maybe 2 or 3 pages? Okay.
You guys, you summarized it both, so... Yeah, I liked at the end seeing Luffy, Sanji, Zoro, Jinbei. They were like, yo, if stuff were about to get bad, they would have jumped in, but they watched and they let things get handled themselves. And I also, just to summarize, Momonosuke, we gotta give him some credit, man. Even though low key he wasn't. Let's be honest, he wasn't gonna defeat Ryokugyu on his own. But like, but in all, like him saying, you know what? We've got to be able to protect one or ourselves. These guys are going to leave. So at least we need to show that we can defend ourselves because it won't be fair on them. And I thought that was respectful. So, yeah.
Hell yeah. I totally agree. Like, great point, too, is that, like, yeah, the boys were waiting up on the hill to see if it got really bad. You know, I love that.
That was a lot. So I got 2 to 3 rapid fire questions for you guys. And, all right, no, you don't get to really think about it. You just got to throw out the answer. And you just got to throw it out. How many chapters until you think Wano is done? And we move on. No thinking, just wrap it off the top of the head. The next question, 3.
3 chapters.
Yeah, I'm with that actually. 3 that's perfect.
Okay. What do you think the next arc will be? Predicated on
Elbaf.
Okay.
I choose Elbaf. I don't know. Fuck, it's either Elbaf or we're gonna see like the Revolutionary Army do something, you know?
Okay.
I don't know. I could be totally wrong.
Okay. What do you think Blackbeard is doing right now?
He's gonna get Kaido's devil fruit.
That is exactly where my mind went too. Yeah.
All right. And this is a little more question you guys can think
You got
about.
this time.
This question you guys can think about. All right. Predict Zoro and Sanji's bounties.
Oh,
Ooh, like I don't know, either I don't know, they're like 700 million.
wait, what are the
Okay, right now,
um,
currently, I have it posted right here. So it's 330,
320.
330 and 320. Yeah.
All right. Zoro, I think his earlier ones had 7 in it, so 1,700,000,000 or something, and Sanji's had like 6, so 1,600,000,000 or something.
Ooh,
Along those
okay.
lines.
Yeah.
I know, like how like Luffy's is 3 million, and his first bounty was 30 million. I said 3 million, 3 billion. And his first, so like I think Oda might go along those lines. Zoro might get the 1.7, and Sanji might get the 1.6, and then the rivalry, or they're exactly the same at 1.5, and the rivalry continues, or something like that.
Yeah.
All right, Jay. What about you? Same thing.
I think, yeah, roughly around the same. Like I can't say for sure what it is, but that makes the most sense, you know. I feel that way.
All right, I forgot. I'm gonna put my answers.
Yeah,
How many chapters of One Piece I think got left? 105.
Okay.
Next arc, I probably would say. I think we're gonna get like a reverie type arc where we just get a whole exposition dump. I know we got that one chapter, but I think that would be like a quick 5 to 10 chapters for the next arc, and then maybe we head to Lato. I don't know. But I do think we need Elbaf. I don't know. And then bounties. Zoro taking King down. I know Wano, honestly, the raid felt so short. I'm gonna be honest. The raid felt really, really short, but Zoro taking King down was huge. I'm gonna go 1.7 for Zoro. And I think Sanji, I'm gonna go 1.3. 1.3 billion.
I can see it.
Something around there. I still don't agree with the Luffy Law Kid all 3 billion thing, but that's a whole different conversation for a different day. So now for my last question, you guys can think about it a little bit. Would you rate this chapter? We'll go Jake, Manuel, out of 10.
One Piece has some banger chapters, so, and this is a pretty good one, but it's not like blowing me away like how some other chapters do. So I would say 8. It's still pretty high up there, but it's not like rocking my shit back.
Yeah, I don't think it's better than the last chapter, personally. 1054.
Yeah, wait, I'm trying to even think what the fuck happened.
1054 was Revolution, like all the whole, what happened with Sabo.
Oh yeah. I like that one a little better too, honestly. Yeah.
All right, 8. So 8 for Jake. Emmanuel, what about you, bro?
All right, let's be honest. When I first read it and I was screaming because I saw Shanks, Shanks in itself is a 10-10 chapter.
Oh, man.
Just because Shanks is in a chapter, it's 10-10. We got to see Conqueror's Haki on a different level. Where
That's
is
true.
the hype for this? But if we're comparing it, all right, it's probably an 8. But because of Shanks, I'll put it at 9.5.
9.5. He's pushing the Shanks agenda. For me, we talked about this Emmanuel Baka a little bit. Baka thinks is a 10. I love him, but he's a One Piece diehard. I would probably go, honestly, if Shanks didn't appear, this would have been a 6 to me, 6.5. I'm gonna be honest, for One Piece standards. But for instance, we had a lot of exposition done that was decent. Shanks showing his conquerors, and now the speculation of the power skills are probably going crazy, oozing everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 8. I'm gonna go 8.
Right.
8.
Nice.
8. And
It's like a really good 8, like in my opinion. Like it's
or
like
9.5 because of Shanks.
I'm not like dissing on your 9.5. That's like, anywhere from 8 up, I'm like, that's reasonable. That's exactly right.
Yeah,
like,
that makes sense.
So, yeah.
That's just me. But I hope you guys enjoyed this chapter review. Fellas, I appreciate you guys coming on. Again, plug your stuff. Jake, tell us where they can find you at.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much for having me on, man. I appreciate that. You can find my podcast, the Buttery Males podcast. You can find it anywhere you get podcasts. And on Instagram and Twitter, it's at the Buttery Males pod. Yeah, check it out. Thanks again, man.
Thanks for coming on, man. Thanks for coming on. And Mayor, where can we find you at?
If you ever want toxic dating advice, go on to TikTok and search Pro Demeter. We're growing really bigly.
Emmanuel,
I'm an anime fan as well, so yeah, cool.
Who's worse? You or Future? Who's worse?
Nah, Future, yeah. give me some time. I'll work my way up.
Okay. Amen. Keep the ladies in the house. It's summer season. Keep the ladies home. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Like, comment, and subscribe. Turn your notification notified for all Anime Against Your content and the One Piece chapter reviews. I'm gonna do a Chainsaw Man review probably soon, but the last chapter was kind of weak, so I left off of it. I hope you guys enjoy One Piece, because if you don't enjoy One Piece, why are you here? And let us know down below, would you rate this chapter? Is it an 8? Is it a 5? Is it a 10? Is it a 9.5? Let us know. You guys can follow us on Instagram, English for Against Show, TikTok, Twitter, OnlyFans, and all podcasting platforms. And we are out.
OnlyFans?
Yeah, that's what